What time is it? Welcome to the stream tonight, everybody. Advocates for Justice, paralegal something, paralegal. Now, welcome to the show tonight. We got a couple of new things to talk about. I think you guys read the thingy. Well, the main thing we're going to be talking about tonight is how to put up with the judge. I get a little worked up on this, so my legal team has been kind of close to me. They're not on my back because that would be a bad connotation. They're just close to me. They want to make sure that I remember that the show is for families too, and it's interesting because I had a little kid from across the street come to me one day and said, "Yeah, our family watched your stream on." I was like, "Really? Yeah, we watched like 3 of your videos." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah," and he said, "So you were in that cockpit, right?" "Yeah, that's where I was." "No, that was the green." "No, dude, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you no more." Anyway, let's get to work tonight. We're going to be talking tonight about how to manage the judge's situation. We had a couple of people who actually changed their document because the judge ordered them to make some changes, and I was pretty blown away by that. That they were even considered doing that. But we're going to talk about it. It's only a couple of people. Most people understand what's going on here and aren't about to do that without some research. So we're going to kind of talk about what you need to do and how you need to do that to cover yourself if you're facing this situation, because more likely than not, you're going to be. And also, I'm going to introduce you guys to what we got going on that's new. We offered our first webinar training last weekend, and we had like 6 or 7 people that showed up for it. It's a 1.5 hour, actually it turned to be 2 hour session. Last time we talked on the value in the 42 to 1983, the 42 USC 1983 civil rights lawsuit package, and how to switch your case over to it. So this webinar training started. The webinars started one day when I got a phone call from the attorney that, well, I didn't take his call because I was asleep, because them fools called me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know that my butt ain't up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so in his message that he left, he stated that he was a paralegal attorney, and he wanted to know if I gave legal advice. So I don't know what the hell a paralegal attorney was, couldn't get his life straight or couldn't follow through with us or whatever. But here's the thing. So if I had to answer that at the time, I'd say, well, no, not really. I do, I do coaching on well, kind of, well, yeah. Well, now we have a webinar, legal coaching webinar, and you can come to it looking for ideas on how to switch your case or whatever over to the non-conventional program. Now, remember, if you attend one of my webinars, you're not coming there to whine about what they did to you and when the judge said this and the judge wouldn't let you do that. And I don't want to hear none of that crap, because here's the thing. We're not going to be doing none of what you did before. So it wouldn't be, most people wouldn't think that the same results are going to happen by doing something different. And if you do your homework, you can watch the instructional videos, you can learn about the lawsuit package, and you'll see that it makes sense. One of the things I tell people is never to do something that don't make sense. I had a guy tell me the attorney wanted him to wait till after the foreclosure was done, and then they were going to file an antitrust lawsuit. I was like, what? I had to look that shit up. Yeah, sorry. I had to look that up. Antitrust. Are you kidding me right now? So all the attorney was doing was milking the guy until his account ran out of money. So, and the guy agreed that's pretty much what happened. So now we're going to move forward. I'm a little grumpy tonight about people wanting to change something that they spent money for into something that it wasn't made for. So it wasn't made for that. So that's one of the things you guys need to keep in mind if you're in my program. If I have it set up, you change the red font. If you're going to change more than the red font, then you may well go home and throw your own stuff. I did not say that word. You may well go home and throw your own stuff out in the yard. There's a word I could put in there, but I'll go with stuff. We're going to throw your own stuff out in the yard because I only get a couple of fouls and then I'll get in trouble. So I'll get sent to the. That's right. I don't have a bench. The bench is like back behind me off the 6th floor. So, yeah, that's where the bench is. And if you have to jump off of it, it's kind of windy right now. So you may make it. Never mind. Sorry. So, someone told me they may change to the lawsuit document as the judges suggested. And I guess one of the things that bother me most is that person said that they made the changes and kind of under their breath, and when you're talking to the legal person, every word means something. So they made changes to the lawsuit package, and under their breath, they said to be safe. And so to be safe, and I was already kind of grumpy about that at that time. And sometimes it's just not a good idea to talk about things at the time when you're still grumpy. It's taken me quite a while to learn that between being married and having kids. So yeah, but I learned it now. And so I didn't say anything. And I started thinking that this is probably a good subject that we need to talk about because everybody is going to end up here. Well, most of you will end up here if the players on state court don't throw in the towel. So, and when I say end up here, what I mean is you're going to end up in a situation where the federal court judge, the federal court, the clerk, all of them above, including the phone calls down to to the state court, are going to be working to figure out a way to boot your butt out of federal court. And usually they say remand, but remand is not something that you do to a lawsuit that was filed and opened a new lawsuit. Remand is something that you do when you moved something from state court over to the federal court. Okay, you're not doing that. Here you're filing your own. Well, we do that, but what they're trying to remove is your lawsuit that you have with your name as the plaintiff and all of them as the defendant. So keep that in mind. The judge is not going to rule in your favor. And I'm sorry, the judge, they'll play around and make it look like they care. It's all a dog and pony show, a dog and horse pony show. Okay, yeah, so that's what that is. It's all just a bunch of fake crap. And if you think the judge is going to rule in your favor, if you obey her orders, you're making a huge mistake, and you may well go home and throw your stuff in the yard. I'm going to be saying that a few times tonight because this is serious. At this point, you are at the end of the road, or the middle of the road, but could be the end of the road because you know how they play, and they want to get the jump on that motion for summary judgment. And if you follow the program right and do all the things that you should be doing, you'll have an opportunity to get that stuck in their face before they get a chance to stick it in your face. So we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Before we get rolling on how to, I wasn't going to say punch. Before we get around to what we want to talk about tonight, how's that? I want to introduce you guys to my new webinar training schedule website. So let me pull it up here. Okay. We got a couple of people showing up on practice on time, ready to rock and roll. Welcome to the show tonight. Cannon from Wisconsin checking in. And Kevin Tyler. No, Kevin, that's not how this show works. I'm going to explain to you what I got on the thing that we're going to talk about. And I don't know what you're talking about here. I don't know that. I would have to go and look it up like a normal person. This sounds like maybe it's attorney question. Welcome to the show tonight, though, Kevin. We're going to talk about what I got on my program already, and these people are ready to learn how to take care of the judge. So I think that's going to be more important than what you're talking about. But I would have to look that up because I don't know what code section 219 is. Well, I do know that codes and statutes are not valid laws because they don't contain the three elements necessary that's mandated by both the state and federal constitution to be a valid law. And that's one of the main reasons why foreclosures are in violation of the Constitution. Welcome, T. Welcome tonight. What's up? So let's just keep moving because we got a lot to cover tonight. I brought some water to sip on. No, really, I'm drinking water. I tried that wine shit one time and I forgot it wasn't water and I sipped it at the wrong at the wrong time and started coughing out like everything. And right when what time is it? Yeah, right when it was time to go on the air. Yeah, that was. I don't know if you guys seen that video. I just left it. One of my friends said, "Oh well, you could edit it." No, you can't edit. You can't edit a live stream. So yeah, we're talking about how to manage the judge's lies. So that's what we're talking about. The judge's BS. That's what we're going to call it right now. But right now, I'm going to share the screen with you guys and show you guys what's new. So I had some attorneys call me last week, and they was interested in if I provide legal advice. I mentioned that in the opening, and so it's like, well, if I had to answer them, I'd say no. So I was like, what the hell with that? So now I'm providing. You could call it legal advice. You could call it guides advice. You could call it advice. You could call it anti-fraud advice. Out a bunch of judge in the face advice. No, you can't call it the last one. they said no, you can't call it the last one. So the first 4 or 5, but not the last one. So I started the webinar training, and at the beginning of this webinar training, I decided to make this about the 42 U.S.C. 1983 Civil Rights Lawsuit Package, to open it up and answer questions, give you guys like a rundown on it and why the value and all of that, and also share with you, which I did in the webpage, 5 or 6 other reviews that came in from people using the package and using the things that we do. So I set up the first webinar last week, and I have another one scheduled for the 17th of this month. And that webinar, I don't remember what we're going to talk about. I'll put the link in here so you guys can see it. And that page that link is in is going to be the page that I use to, here, I'll actually copy and paste it right in here now. This is going to be the page that I use to host the scheduling and topics of all of the future trainings. Now, my goal is to provide support for what I'm doing here. And I charge, well, the webinars half price right now at 75 bucks for this particular webinar. Now, each one, depending on what it is going to be different. Oh yeah, so I think I'm scheduled to show people how to state a claim in the next webinar. So I'm going to open the notes up. I'm going to show you how I structured the lawsuit package. I'm going to show you guys how to state a claim when you're structuring your lawsuit package, so you'll be able to get all the things right in it. And I'll probably add something else to it. Oh, no, Kevin, I didn't think you was an attorney. I'm just, I'm just giving you a hard time. No, that's cool if you're ready to learn. And you should check out my YouTube channel. I have over 347, 350 something videos, training videos, and then I have an instructional video playlist, and in that instructional video playlist is the only place you're going to find the instructional videos for all of the stuff that I sell on the package, all of the package that I sell on the website. So the most important thing is to read the update instructional videos and work your way back, because I'll tell you, the updates to the videos are updates that we've done in real time from feedback coming in from people from all across the United States, from California all the way to New York. And I'm not even kidding. And that's how I built this that's how we built this program, based on that real-time feedback that I got from everybody. Now, this is set up on Sam's Cart, which is another web page service that I use, because I can put as many videos in that page as I want without interfering with the load speed of my website or anything like that. And this website is set up where I actually can change and control it. I built it myself. So, well, actually, I put it together. So I can change things or add stuff to it. This is where I'm going to post all of the trainings, updates, and stuff. So you may want to save this link so you can go here and take a look at future trainings once we get this thing rolling and get things scheduled out. So now, when they call and ask me if I give legal advice, I don't really call it legal advice, but whatever they want to call it, I can tell them, yeah. And if that's pissing you off, you need to get in line back there. Okay, you need to get in line because you got to wait your turn in line. Well, that's cool. Some people are here to teach. I have a handful of paralegals, paralegal entrepreneurs who are invested in the online course, and they're using they're using the resources and the course curriculum to run their business and help other people. So, and they also get coaching too. So they get coaching. If you're in the online course, then you get a little closer coaching. If you just buy the lawsuit package, then you have to watch the videos. And if you have questions, you can email me in the Facebook page, or you can message me. Well, you have to friend me on Facebook and then message me there. That's how we handle that. I don't take phone calls from people in the lawsuit packages, mainly because those phone calls come in and they're mostly these people in a hurry that didn't take the time to watch the instructional video, and back and forth we go. And I'm getting grumpy because my time's being used when I could be helping somebody else get in the program or do something that's has value for both of us. Until you watch the instructional videos, there's really not a lot that we can talk about. I don't really have time to talk to people about what happened to them in the past. You know, I like to stay looking forward so I can see where them punches are going, because you can't be wasting no punches. Welcome, Drag Rock. Welcome to the show tonight from Arizona. I know the place well. Grew up in Phoenix, went to school in Tempe, went to junior college in Scottsdale. And so I've been around the hood neighborhood. Welcome to the show tonight, buddy. Yeah, well, you haven't actually signed up until you fill out that registration page. The way that, and I'll show you guys how this works here real quick. Here, let's go ahead and do a screen share, and I'll show you how this thing works. Okay, so this is the front of the first page. Legal coaching webinar. And if you click the enroll button, it takes you down to the bottom. And then we're just going to kind of scroll down so you guys can see, you can see that we're bringing fire to the table. We ain't playing. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to kind of scroll down here. You guys can take a look at that later. Now, here's where the webinar topic and schedules. So right now we have this webinar that's scheduled. And if you click to register, it'll take you to the registration page here. Now, you're not actually enrolled in the class until you fill this out and then hit register, and then you'll be prompt to pay. Well, I'm not prompt to pay because I'm here and it's my stuff, but you'll be prompt to pay on PayPal when you register. So the first clicking coming from the Sam's Cart page where we were a second ago, I made that 0 so you can click to get to this registration page. On the training I had last week, I had several people sign up and pay before I got the page structured. So I couldn't figure out how to let them in to the training without making them panelists where they could talk. And so they had a pretty good time. But it won't be like that all the time. But there was only 6 or 7 people, so it wasn't that big a deal. And as some of you know, that I have no problem stepping up when I need to. And I also expect the same out of you guys. So, and that's part of why we're here doing this. So this tells you a little bit about this webinar training, and then here's the registration form. Now, the registration form is important because there are questions on there that I need to know. People call me all the time and they want to talk to me about all of this stuff, and most of that stuff is not relevant or is anything that I need to know. These questions on this form are the things that I need to know so that I can figure out how many groups we have, so that I can make sure that I'm covering whatever it is we're covering. I'm covering it for each set of groups, because sometimes it could be a little bit different for different set of groups that are doing something different. So I have to keep that in mind so that I'm making sure that I'm sending people out with the best game plan possible for the non-conventional foreclosure offensive or legal offensive. We just call it legal offensive because this works in pretty much any case where they do not have an injured party. So I'm going to figure out how to stop the screen share. There you go. I didn't want to leave the studio. That'd be bad. Oh, okay. I haven't checked today. T said he put in his card payment in. All right, then. So the first person that signs up for, and I don't know if you're the first person, T, like I said, I didn't know. So you can see I'm shooting it straight here because I have not checked. I've been a little busy trying trying to get this thing outlined. And well, I stopped for dinner because anybody know me, when it's time to eat, it's time it's time to eat. So I'll check on that later. The first person that signs up for my webinar trainings will get a surprise. So, and it'll just going to be the first person. So I don't want to remember. I got no problem stepping up. Shut the hell. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got carried away. And yeah, I told them that one time. I told them they could text me a copy of their license at all, or just send it to me on Facebook, a picture of it, that I would sit down and shut the hell up, except I use another word. But I can't, I can't say that word right now. But yeah, and so they can't, because you're right. They don't have it. Well, I'm glad you signed up for the training, T, and I'm probably going to add something to that. And, I'm also going to do a training on the property tax situation because I get a lot of hits on the property tax stuff and the blogs and all of the packages for the property tax. So, and I think that's going to work out for people to be able to ask questions about their situation, as long as we're not whining about how bad the attorney that you pay kicked your ass because I didn't want to hear that, or what the judge did before, because I can guarantee you what you're taking to the table now, you're not going to get the same reaction as you did before. I can guarantee you that. And the other thing that I guarantee you, and people ask me, oh, what's your guarantee? Oh, wait, they didn't ask the damn attorney that one before the attorney stole their money or whatever, or had them doing a bunch of crap that didn't make any sense. But my other guarantee is that you'll have an opportunity to fight. Now, what you do with that, because there's a lot of stuff that you have to learn to do this. I don't hold your hand. Okay. I just point you in the right direction and give you the power that you need to get it done. And the rest, you got to figure it out. So that's how this goes. So that link I posted, here I posted again, is the link that you guys need to get signed up and make your investment in if you want to be able to come in. And you'll get to ask questions, but it'll be controlled by raising your hand, and I get to pick pick. And at some point in time, I may have panelists. Because it'll be nice. I could have panelists. Actually, what I'd like to have would be really cool is to have panelists be some of the people that sent me the last reviews, showing how I got 3 last week. One stopped the auction sale, one blocked the eviction process, and one stopped the auction sale and recused the judge. So they said the judge recused himself. I say, no, and not only did the judge recuse himself, and this was from Ohio, I remember this because this was really interesting. Not only did the judge recuse himself, the court sent a letter, and he got a copy of the letter, because whenever you're involved in a case, you're supposed to get a copy of everything. The court sent a letter, the state court sent a letter to, I'm pretty sure it was state court, sent a letter to the appeals court requesting a new judge. So when you sue the judge, you sue the state and you sue the judge, and you I don't know, those are the parties, the main parties. Oh wait, and the attorney and anybody else, the auction house or whatever. It starts making a difference. We're seeing that it starts making a difference. All you need is to have one person in the party sit the hell down and take that tap out. I don't know how to do that, really. My floor is up here because I ain't never had to do that. So I guess I should. Okay, anyway. Yeah, we don't know about that. But yeah, some people are doing that right now. And they're attorneys and they're grumpy. And some of them are trying to start trouble. But like I said, they just can get in the back of the line. because until they want to drag me into court, I don't really have nothing to say to them. I do have a letter, it's just generic. All they do is just change the names, send it out to them. But it's interesting. Had a guy, a paralegal from California, call me and was asking me about why, about how I was still open and doing business, and I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So they explained to me that they sent me a letter, that the California Bar Association on their website post all the letters that they send out to people threatening to come after them for their unauthorized practice of law without a license. And my name and my letter to my company was on their shit. And I started laughing. So then I asked me if they had posted a copy of what I responded to them with. He said, no, that wasn't to be found. I'm like, dude, send me an email. I'll send it to you because it sounds like you might need it anyway. And I'm ready to help anybody that's ready to punch these people in the face, especially if you're helping other people. So yeah, I sent it to him, and he called me back a half an hour later, just cracking up laughing. See, I don't have time to mess with them people. as long as they're not trying to fill up my mailbox and get in my face or in my way, or at least I don't see them, I'm good. We're doing important work here, and we don't have time to be playing around. So I guess when I was younger, I would be taking that, going in and getting some punches in. But right now, I guess you can say that I'm retired and I just watch y'all punch their ass, and I enjoy that a lot. Sometimes I think I should be paying you guys $75 to fight. No, it actually, if you don't do your own stuff, it costs more than that because you got to get a lawsuit package, and those lawsuit packages, you can find on my website. And so, yeah, it's going to be more than $75. But if I have this set up, the $75 is for people who want to go above and beyond just watching instructional videos and doing it. It's for people who have questions that they want to ask about their particular situation, or how to switch it over, or whatever. And at the end of the day, there's people who want me to work for free, and I almost work for free right now. So this is the free as I can go, free. So that's it. This is as free as I can go. My prices are lower than, and it's not really about the price. It's about the value and the pack and what you get. Is if it does anything, because when you pay an attorney, you don't get shit. You don't get shit. You get your bank account lighter, less some money. That's it. So my program might not be good for everybody, and those who don't like it can always, do something else. Because right now, yeah, 75. Well, click on the link, man. You're asking me stuff, you can click on the link and go get. So this is a training center, and so that's how that works. You can click on a link. Because I don't like to say the same thing twice. You can talk to people and they'll tell you. People who want to double check, go watch this stinking video. I don't like having to say the same thing a whole bunch of times. It makes me think I'm going crazy because I don't understand why I need to say the same thing a whole bunch of times. So I know maybe it's a personal thing. So let's get back to the judge. That's personal. How's that for being personal? If the judge is ordering you to make changes to your lawsuit, then you have to challenge him or her. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, I don't know. I know Okay, so there's two people. There's the people that understand that all these people, fools, are working together, and that there's another file about your property in the court. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to sell your house in 30 days on the courthouse steps if it wasn't already a file in a non-judicial foreclosure. If so, all of that is lies. So if you believe the judge is going to help you or is looking to, okay, it's going to be fair. How's that? They get a little, they've been my legal team a little grumpy about the judge thing. If you believe the judge is going to be fair, you're in the wrong place. Okay. You're in the wrong place. And if you spent money on a lawsuit package, you should let me know and I'll give you back your money because you're going to you're going to need it. If you think the judge is going to help you or is going to be fair, you are in the wrong place and you're not going to understand what we're doing here. So, and I'm talking to federal court too. You must challenge the court on everything. Are you kidding me right now? Well, they tell you you got to change this and you got to do that. Well, what where's that at in the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure? If the state court judge is in your face and still in control, you missed some steps someplace. Okay. That's what I'm going to tell you. You missed some steps someplace if the state court judge is still running the show. And I have some people who file the challenge of jurisdiction or they file the affidavit of state citizenship. They think those documents no, the challenge of jurisdiction is a great document to slow them down, but until your lawsuit is filed in both state and federal court, and I'm saying in state court as a counterclaim or whatever, or at least in federal court, then you got crap for the program. So people think they have time. You have no idea how many people tell me that they think they had time. One of the people that got evicted last month told me they called the sheriff department and asked them when they were going to come out and evict them. And I told them they should be more focused on the paperwork or whatever, because the sheriff department's not going to tell you when they're coming to evict you. Are you kidding me right now? You got to be kidding me. They're not what you might be ready to shoot at their ass or something. They're not going to tell you. So she called me back to let me know they did. What they tell you? They told her that they were a month and a half behind on the eviction processes. So, that's, okay. So she's like, I got time. 2 days later, they pinned the shit on her door. I tried to tell her that you can't. Those people lie when their mouth's moving. And, I have respect for law enforcement, but, sometimes people lie because they have to do what they have to do to keep their stinking jobs. And that's sad. But if you're going to call it like it is, that's the way it is. Nobody's going to stand up and rock the boat because I need to get paid so I can take care of my family now. I'm not saying that's that's bad or whatever, but it is what it is. And so that's why we got to do what we need to do. It is what it is. If the state court judge is still in your face, you missed some steps along the way somewhere. Now, I set this strategy up to prevent the federal court from remanding your federal case back to state court. Okay. And that whole thing is total BS because you can't remand something that was filed in federal court. Now, I said, well, we don't usually move the state court over to federal court. Oh, wait, yeah, we do. But even that can't be remanded. Are you kidding me right now? Here's the thing. This whole strategy is set up to kick these people's own butt with their own crap. You can't remand it. When you sue the state, who is actually the person that's foreclosing on you, the real corporation that's foreclosing on you, and you sue the state, and you sue the judge, and you sue the attorneys, no other state actors, no other state court judges can hear the case. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, yeah, my buddy Harold over there. Harold, the judge, is going to hear the case. I mean, no, that's conflict of interest. So there's nowhere for it to go except up to another higher court because federal court didn't want to get their shoes dirty. And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to go into federal court thinking, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk, because federal court's on the phone with them fools trying to coordinate, dragging this shit out so they can get your butt to the eviction process. I'll tell you right now, and this is what I learned from communicating with all of these people all across, like I said, you know, and okay, so federal court ain't going to be a cakewalk. They're going to try everything they can to get you to go sit your ass down. And anybody that's in the program listening to this or that hears this later, chime in and let me know. No, federal court had my back. They wasn't trying to screw me over. I can't wait to hear this. Yeah, I want to hear what people have to say, because generally, we as individuals wouldn't know all of this stuff that you're all learning right now, because everyone's been sharing with me their process and what they're going through, which has allowed us to do things, so, you know, whatever. So now we're right here punching some people in the face. Last week, I had 3 people, either 2 people called in, 1 person to let me know that they're still in the house, basically. Okay, that's it. Our goal is to help you get to stay in your damn house. And that's one of the, and the other goal is to get control of your property deed. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, the judge is working to help the attorney steal your property. And if you don't believe that, you should not invest in my program at all. Or call me, or contact or email me, because as you find out, I'm not about wasting my time. I have a lot of stuff to do, and if I don't get that crap done, then I don't get to bed late until late. So I'm pretty conscious about my time. So if I'm kind of grumpy with you, if you're saying, "Hey, what's up?" You know, dude, just ask me your damn question. I could be answering your question already. You know, just, "Hey, what's up?" So keep that in mind when you're communicating with me. I would like to have this set up to communicate with people who have questions that are not covered in the instructional video or the update to the instructional video or anything that I ever said in my entire life. Okay, sorry. I just thought I'd throw that in. Sorry. The judge is working to help them steal your property. Now, if you don't think that's true, then how could the judge take jurisdiction without an injured party? Without an injured party, without the original contract, and what they have as the contract is a copied security, which is totally illegal to copy a security under federal law and use it as So they got. Oh wait, and they stole your. Excuse me. Not stole. I can't say stole. So they illegally registered your deed in their office by real estate deed fraud. I can say that because of what they did, the real estate deed fraud. They did a real estate deed fraud to get control of your property deed. They don't like it, but it's true. Real estate deed fraud, real estate deed fraud. Okay, sorry. I need to straighten out. Yeah, they stole it. They hijacked it. Yeah, hijacked. I like that. They stole jacked. We'll put them two together. Yeah, my legal team will like it when I talk about that. So I'm gonna try and be nice. So the state committed real estate deed fraud to gain control of your property deed. There. I said it nice and stuff. They want me to move on. There is no law that mandates property owners must register their property in those people's offices. The fact that they illegally register your property allowed the first illegal lien to be placed against your property. And most people have no idea what their first illegal lien was. So I'm just going to cut to the chase because that's what I'm about, because it's all about the time, right? I'm going to cut to the chase. The first illegal lien was the mortgage lien. And the mortgage lien was illegal because, and here's why. If there were several people that owned property, before a lien could be taken out against that property, all the owners would have to be present to sign, right? Yep. So the fact that the alleged lender accepted your signature on the mortgage lien proved that you owned the property already. Bam. Yeah, that's what I stick in the attorney's face when they started giving me a bunch of crap. I just let them know that I play football and I boxed in college. Those are two things not smart people do. So they need to explain that to me. Oh yeah, I'll be messing with them too, boy. So one person that followed the judge's orders told me they followed the judge's orders to be safe, and I was really confused, and I didn't know what to think, because that person has no idea. They think that if they do what the judge said, then the judge, and they'll find out. I told them I don't play. I told them they need to go and throw their own stuff in the yard. Oh, that's what I told them, because that's I'm not going to make it pretty or cut hairs. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I am not going to lie to you. I told that person they need to go home and throw their own shit in the yard, because if you start trusting the judge and doing what the judge says, you're going to be in trouble. When a judge orders you to change your document, you must figure out which set of rules the judge is ordering you to follow. And if you're legally obligated to follow that set of rules, that's what you need to be figuring out. The rules, everyone, including the damn judge, including the judge, is supposed to be following are the Federal Rules Civil Procedure. That's it. The Federal Rules Civil Procedure. I don't care if you're on a state level. The state rules are the Federal Rules Civil Procedure. They just jack with them just a little bit to make them look like they're no. At the end of the day, you sue their asses for not following the Federal Rules Civil Procedure. Oh, wait, that slipped out. Sorry. And then there's the local rules. The local rules that are not connected to the Constitution or the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. There are the rules that these people just pulled out of their, I wasn't going to say but, they pulled these rules out of their hat. I was actually thinking about saying, never mind. So they pulled these rules out of their hat. And in my opinion, the local rules were structured for bar members to speed the process up of stealing your stuff. Okay, that's what the local rules are for. They were to speed up the process of them stealing your stuff. And so what you need to be following are the Federal Rules Civil Procedure, and you must follow the filing statute for your state. If you understand the filing statute for your state and where that is, and so don't call me or email me asking me to send it to you, okay? You need to Google it for yourself. All of this stuff that I'm telling you about is stuff that I learned on Google and stuff from other people. But a lot of it on Google. You'd be surprised at what you can find on Google. So you must follow the following requirement statutes for your state. If you understand what the following requirements are for your state, there is no way in hell that the judge will be able to pull his shit in your face. So that's it. If you understand what the following requirements for your state are, that's it. Now, it's also good to understand what the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure require for each step along the way. And that's why you go to that big, giant, fat book. Well, it's on the internet, but I'll call it a fat book. And you just look up what you're doing right now and what you're going to be doing and find out. That's how you do that. You don't have to learn all of that stuff because attorneys don't. They have to go look too. So whoever said they do is full of crap. And I'll tell you right now, The following requirements for your state are very liberal. They're very liberal. That bullshit that they're sticking in your face, it's from the local rules. I'll just tell you right now because I know what the other rules are. They're nowhere close to the crap that they have people doing, making you jump through hoops because you're scared and you think if you kiss their ass that the judge is going to like help you or be fair at least or I don't know, whatever the hell people are thinking. But that's not how it goes. And it's sad because all of the things that lead up to you finding me should show you right there that you don't have a chance in hell going through their conventional programs because they're all controlled by the bar members. Yeah, they're all controlled by the bar members. So people lose sight of the fact that the bar members structured the conventional foreclosure defense, the conventional legal path that they want you to walk down. And while you're walking down that path, they're taking shots at your butt the whole way. And a lot of times people don't see that until it's too late and their stuff dismissed. People lose sight of the fact that the state is the real corporation foreclosing on your property, and the state is paying the judge to help them take your. I wasn't going to say that. Take your stuff. There's another S word there. I can't say the other S word. The judge is. Yep. So wait, and there's no injured party, so the judge is liable. That's how there's no injured party. There's nothing to give the court jurisdiction to move forward, and they're going to take the stuff anyway. So we'd like to hold the person who signed to start the foreclosure, and anybody who signed to further the illegal scheme, which would be the judge. And there's one more person that you need to add, and this is why we add this other person. And we had somebody get evicted because they did not add, or not person, this other corporation. Yeah, you already know. Right now, it's the state. The state. If you don't add the state, they're going to continue, and the other people are going to step down, but the state is going to continue and take you. You need to add those three. And whenever the federal court is giving you a bunch of crap, or telling you stupid crap, I'm trying not to say the word, then you need to make a huge deal out of it. When the federal judge tries to make it easy for them to throw your stuff out of court, you need to make a big deal about it. If you let the judge get away with that, then you may well go ahead and throw your own stuff out in the yard. If you let the judge get away with the little things, because they start out with the little things. In my sister's case, they sent her, the federal court judge sent her order for her not to file any more documents in the case until the federal judge figured out who had jurisdiction, if federal court had jurisdiction. Where I'm like, dude, we're suing the judge from the state level to state, and all of the parties down there. I'm pretty sure federal court they did not know what to do. So we appealed it. And it wasn't even something you can appeal, but we appeal the shit anyway, just to piss them off and make them look stupid. So we sent in the notice of appeal, excuse me. We didn't actually do the appeal. We just sent the notice of appeal to jam them up and make them look stupid to the people over there. Yeah. And boy, they were quick to send me a thing saying, oh, well, you guys can't do that. And you can do whatever you want. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, people. You can do whatever you want and make them prove that you can't. Huh? So now you're going to sue them for trying to stop you from doing it, as opposed to if you paid or not. Yeah, we got some slick strategies that we use to take control and keep control. And if you don't have fear, then you should have no problem getting this under this situation in control. You need to let the federal court know that you're going to be a huge pain in their, I wasn't going to say that, in their butt. And you're not going to allow them to get away with anything. And that's what you do. And the magistrate judge, The magistrate judge does not have consent to be involved in your case without consent from the magistrate judge. Does not have jurisdiction to be involved in a case without consent from all parties. So that and you can look up magistrate judge consent form and put your state in there, and you'll pull up more likely than not the form that you're supposed to sign to give the magistrate judge consent. And that form has the laws on it that the magistrate judge is in violation of. So, and this is what I told the person the other day: make your own document. I don't send out individual documents for individual stuff. If you bought a package, especially if you bought the top package, which is the 1983, 42 USC 1983, if you bought that package, you shouldn't need this other stuff because you're not using the package right. But I don't sell the other stuff, individual things or whatever. If you need something, make it. That's what the program is all about. You can go to SCRID, SCRIDB. I think that's how it's spelled. That website is a great source to find other documents that are already structured for your state. And then you just can copy the words out of there and the case law and things and make your own document. It's very easy to do. And this is part of the training that I'm going to offer in my webinars. I'm going to teach people how to do the thing. I'm going to teach them how to do the thing. So this is going to be great for people that are the paralegals that are in the group and are using my service to make their own service to help other people. So the magistrate judge does not have consent without the signature of all the written parties. So, you should object, move for reconsideration, and then recuse the judge. Now, the reason you want to do it in that order, because you want to object. You always want to object to judges, whatever, even if you're not going to do anything with it. You just automatically object to anything the judge. Object. You don't have judicial authority. You have a conflict of interest because you're being paid by the state, and the state is the one that's actually stealing my property. Oh, wait, they already have my property deed. They're just trying to get my butt off of their property. So you want to object, move for reconsideration, and then recuse the judge. Now, and I'm talking on a state level, if you do this properly, so far, other judges aren't in a big hurry to jump up and stick their foot in this pile of, I wasn't going to say that, this pile of bad news. When a judge violates you, you should do something about it. You need to act. Do something about it ASAP. If you don't, they're going to do it again. And if you don't do nothing, if you don't, they're going to do it again. And then, okay, you see where how many how many if you don't do I need? If you don't, they're going to do it again. And then one of those times they're going to be throwing your shit out of court. When the judge tells you something, you'll be further ahead to consider it to be a lie. Okay? Bar members lie when their freaking mouth's moving like this. Okay, my legal team looking at me funny. They do. They lie all the time. They lie when their mouth's moving. So that's what I'm going to go with. So now I would ask the judge where the rules are located that they're referencing. Are they located in the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure? Because the local rules are not connected to the Constitution, and therefore I'm not obligated to follow them. Them fools get away with this stuff because people fail to challenge them. Everybody thinks, oh, well, the judge said, well, the judge is lying. His mouth moving. Okay, they're telling me to stop it. The state is the real corporation still trying to steal your stuff. And you know what? Some people tell me, that I'm crazy. So I tell them, you're probably right. Because only a crazy person would be obsessed with learning the loopholes and stuff in their fraudulent scheme and start teaching everybody else how to kick their butt with their own crap. So only a crazy person would do that. So you're probably right. The state is in control of your property deed. And I tell people this, if you follow the signatures and who paid all of those people trying to take your property in court, who paid the judge, who paid the clerk who lied to you and didn't send the stuff out, or in one lady's case, the clerk didn't give her the summons that she needed to fill out. So yeah. So who pays? That's who pays the county recorder's office? Who pays the tax assessor? Who pays the judge to help steal your property? Who pays? The state pays all of those sub corporations to beat you down so they could get your butt off of the property while they hide in the background. And so here's the thing. We're down to the thing. If your property deed was not in their office, could they verify that that there was a mortgage lien against your property? I have to ask that's a question, because I'm not an attorney. I don't know shit. So, excuse me, I don't know stuff. So I'm just asking, if your property deed was not in their office, could they verify that there was a mortgage lien against your property? So, the number one goal in my program is stay in your house. Number two goal is to get your property deed, control of your property deed, get out of their office and out of their registration, out of their database, and deliver it to you as mandated by the state law. The state property transfer law mandates that your property deed is supposed to be delivered to you. It's supposed to be delivered to you, and until you accept it in the delivery, it's not conveyed. There's non-conveyance, because that's what makes it legal. But they don't want to talk about that, and most people have no idea, but we do now, and we're using that to get in their face. So when they come at you wanting you to change your lawsuit package, do not change your freaking lawsuit package to suit the judge. You need to do your homework. Find out where the statute, the filing requirement statute is for your state, and make sure I would copy and paste it and put it in your document. That's what I would do. Right on the front page somewhere. This document has been structured pertaining to the following requirement statute for this state. See the statute. There you go. And now they don't have a leg to stand on to start their crap that they're doing. So Roger said you can ask them for their surety bond. Yeah. I don't like to ask them for anything, man. So I'm going in punching. I don't like to ask them for anything, and that's the way you roll. If they're not going to help you, and their program is structured to not help you, so if you ask them for some, it's a good idea. You can demand it or whatever, but Roger's like laughing. Yeah, I don't like to ask them for stuff because they don't give me stuff. They kind of mad at my ass. I don't know. I got plenty of friends, Hey, so if you guys are interested in any of the trainings that we're going to have, you should save that website and get over there and click, and because they're going to fill up fast, and then you'll have to wait for the next one. And some of you guys don't have that much wait time, so. And if you're facing this foreclosure problem, you should get over to the website and get the lawsuit package that you need to take care of the problem that you have. Now, if you're a property investor or a paralegal entrepreneur or just someone that wants to change your career, where you can work from home and be in charge of your own stuff, or you can work from a fancy office or a cockpit, then you should look into my online course. My online course is the bomb, and I've gotten great reviews from it. One of the reviews that came in last week with the guy that blocked the auction sale and recused the judge, that person was in the online course. So the online course is badass. I spared no expense, and the online course is best of what I've learned in the time that I've been learning how to kick these people's butt, and then I'm learning how to teach you guys how to kick their butt. So that's what's up now. So check out that training. I'm going to put the link in here again for anybody that's interested in signing up to get the program under control. So that's all the value I'm bringing to the table tonight, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for the value of sharing your time. Good night.